What's up, guys? Garrett Chappell here with Nathan Ramsey, and welcome to another What's Your Thoughts episode. Today, we're going to be talking about what is your top must-haves in your blind bag. So, when you think, all right, it's the night before a hunt, got to get my junk together, getting my stuff ready, open up the blind bag, what's something you got to make sure is in there?
Bullets.
Bullets. That's probably
number one.
That's probably a given, but, not to be overlooked.
I mean, if you don't check that box, I think the first thing is what kind of hunting we're doing, and it matters if it's a blind bag, blind bucket, blind chair, whatever. We're in Southeast North Carolina. Most of the time, it's a thermocell.
I mean, in early season, I don't think I ran a thermocell at all this year. Maybe once.
Yeah.
But
I keep one.
It definitely happens.
For you, it should be a sock or socks, plural.
Why? Because that happened one time?
Yeah.
I never carry. I still to this day. You think I'd learned my lesson?
Nope.
I still don't carry them. I keep an extra pair in the truck.
Oh, they're in the truck.
I keep a full change of clothes in the truck at all times. Actually, not since that day. Since the day I fell off the dock,
Which was another fun story.
But yeah, I still don't carry socks. So, aside from your bullets, aside from your early season thermocell, what's something that's in there for the whole season? That every hunt, don't matter waterfowl related. What's got to come? I feel like your blind bag's always like 100 pounds. Like, what's in there?
Well, most of the time when we're goose hunting, it's binoculars. That's a famous. I've enjoyed having binoculars for birds that are passing by, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
That's been a go-to. That's pretty heavy, but obviously we're both camera guys, so I've got to where I think I bought like a 100-pack of lens gloss, and I think I've got like 5 of those in my bucket now.
Yeah.
Because I keep forgetting that I already have the other one in there, and it's not bad.
Yeah.
So I just keep adding to it.
Yeah. Well, you say that, that kind of puts that together. My number one always is with me, aside from the obvious like shells and calls.
Yeah.
Is a camera. Like, I don't think I have, for at least the past few years, ever went on a hunt where
Without
the camera didn't come. Now, there's been times where it might not get used,
or it might not be filming, but
I will never go on one without having my camera. Like, that would be my number one thing, aside from the obvious, that always goes.
Here's a good one for you. What's the go-to snack? Because there's a snack in there somewhere.
There's always a snack in there.
There's got to be some kind of snack.
This changes a little bit. Now, my number one for the longest time is my Nutty Buddies.
Nutty Buddies. So you
got to hunt with Nutty Buddies. Here lately, it's been the Circle K homemade chocolate chip cookies. They sell them in a 3-pack.
Yeah.
Girl. Yeah. And then usually we kind of transition into late season, the strawberry yum-yums.
Strawberry yum-yums. Like strawberry yum-yums are in there.
Which I've barely even hunted with you this year, but we never bust that out early season. They just don't work when it's hot. It's got to be cold.
That's a cold thing.
But
I'm weird though. Like if we go turkey
we're to that point now to where it's time for
some yum-yums. I'm seasonal with what I'm hunting with my snacks. You ever notice that? Like if I'm turkey hunting, what I got?
Pecan swirls.
Pecan swirls. But have you ever seen me have pecan swirls in a duck blind or goose blind?
I don't really know what you do in the winter other than the strawberry yum-yums. But early season. I don't know what you really do.
Really? I'm an oatmeal cream pie guy, man.
Okay.
I like my oatmeal cream pies. And then as soon as it gets time where the season comes in, you got to have Christmas tree cakes.
Yeah, see, I've never been big into them.
What?
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong.
But, okay, number 2 thing is snacks. Got to have a snack and a drink. Got to have, it's either the Diet Dew or a Gatorade.
I don't think your drink will fit in a blind bag. You be taking that big old like.
I don't carry it as much no more.
You used to have that big old Mama Jamma 26-gallon Yeti jug.
I have a big carabiner. And I just clip it to my bag.
If you ain't never seen a carabiner, that's a carabiner. That thing's like 7 inches tall.
But yeah, Drink and snack for sure.
Go to.
Camera for sure.
Batteries, stuff like that for cameras.
Yeah, I mean, that'll go along with it.
I'll tell you one thing that, especially when it comes to the bucket, because we use a Yeti bucket a lot for, blind bag, especially if we're in panels or something like that, is I've got to where I keep like one of my like heavy fleece net gaiters in the bottom. So I can lay my camera
anytime
or whatever
I use
on
the bucket, I put a gaiter in the bottom.
Yeah, it just kind of keeps that soft
little pad in the
pads
bottom
a little bit.
Yeah. It's a good move for if you're carrying something like a camera.
Yeah.
Something that you don't want to get beat up. Sunglasses.
I forget mine a lot, but yeah.
I always take my sunglasses. What's something that's always in there?
No, you make it sound like I pack heavy.
I feel like your bag is always just.
That's because I cram
solid.
everything that we got to travel with in there. Sometimes it ain't stuff that stays in the bucket.
Going on a wood duck hunt, we can kill 3 wood ducks. You bring 4 boxes of shells.
Not anymore. No, not anymore. Especially now that I'm using the 20, I've got a little bag, ball bag. But, I don't know. Is there a random thing that you've kept in your blind bag or bucket?
Okay, I'll tell you one thing that stays in there that I've yet to use, but it's always in there. It's a little bitty trumpet.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a plastic trumpet, and it's Paw
Your
Patrol.
Kids' toy, yeah.
It's Paw Patrol plastic trumpet. And I put that in there because when you blow it, it kind of sounds like a widgeon whistle. It's just like, like you can make it sound just like it. And I brought it one of the years that we were going to Oklahoma or something, because I was like, if we end up shooting some widgeon, I wanted to get a video clip of me blowing that trumpet. And we need to write that down because if we shoot some widgeon this year, like I just want that for the video.
I'll see your Dale call and I'll raise you the Paw Patrol trumpet.
Yeah. So that's one thing that's been in there for the last 4 or 5 years that's yet to get pulled out. But that stays in there. I keep a rag in there, just a random like washcloth size rag that just stays folded up. That just you get your hands real muddy or something, you just want to wipe. I don't know. I just random rag in there.
I know for a while, I think it's still actually in there. We always do these after we eat. I don't know why we do that. Well, I've got my timber strap that stays in one of the side pockets of my blind bag. And before I had the timber strap, it was always some kind of hooks or something for a tree.
Yeah.
Just in case we were in water, I could easily take it out and hang it.
Yeah.
That stayed in there for the longest time. Now the timber strap pretty much lives there, but that's a. And
see, that's one of the things
that stays in that pocket. It has its spot. So, like, even though we're not in the timber, like we can be in the middle of a field,
and it's
still there because that's the spot it goes.
See, that's one of them things that I take in and out. Like that's an occasional thing.
Your memory ain't as bad as mine. I'll be done left that thing.
See, I think that's a big difference in me and you is I completely repack my bag pretty much for each and every hunt. Where I feel like yours is. Let me put everything in there, and it just everything I got's in there.
Maybe that's why mine's so heavy. I'm carrying timber straps in the cornfield somewhere.
I'll tell you one thing that I've added this year. Some of it is because taking Waylon, and then some of it is because me. But
Goldfish?
I've started keeping a small pack of Dude wipes and a pack of hot hands that I keep in there.
Yeah.
Now the hot hands,
they don't. Kind of like Thermacell.
I wanted them this morning. And I didn't have them because I ended up grabbing my bucket and they were still in my blind bag. But either way, that's the bad thing about transitioning back and forth is like sometimes you don't end up grabbing everything you need. But I've started trying to make it a point to always keep those in there just for crappy situations or for cold situations.
Well, see, it's, Christmas. We just had Christmas. So that's another topic we probably should have done last week was what's in your stocking. Because every year, I can't tell you how many like hot hands are in this room we're in right now.
Yeah.
Because I get them every year. Thermacell refills and hot hands.
Yeah.
Just big old bags of them. So I got them in the truck. I got them in the blind bag. I got them in here.
Yeah. So. And I'll tell you another one that's a good one. It stays on my call lanyard, but I said calls, but it doesn't really count, even though it's on a lanyard. Is carrying a triptych. We always keep a triptych on us.
There's one right there too.
People that not everybody wears calls or a lanyard or whatever. In that case, then it is just literally in your blind bag. But I definitely think keeping a multi-tool like that is a very smart idea. Not only just for dispatching birds, but for any other reasons that we use it for. A lot of reasons. A pin punch or getting a shell unjammed or whatever. It's a great multi-tool to have for
the
sure.
tripod mount on the camera, I've used it for that a few times.
Yeah,
You've got multiple uses
used
that
it
aren't
for
listed.
that a lot. I like the water bottle where you poke a hole in the water bottle and now you got a way to wash your hands. We did that on one of our hunts.
That's fancy.
Where you just poke a hole in the plastic lid of water bottle and you turn it upside. Somebody just holds it upside down and it just kind of drips while you wash your hands.
It's a light drizzle.
It's a nice little drizzle. But
I'm trying to think if there's anything else random that goes in there.
I have started keeping choke tubes in there. Just because the only reason is because this was kind of an experimental year for me, whereas it was my first year actually shooting a full choke. I always shot a modified choke, and this year was the first year that we switched to shooting ball, so I've choked down to a full choke, and I brought them in case.
Nervous, like in case
all of a sudden I can't hit nothing no more. Maybe I need to go back. I haven't used them yet, but they have been in there this season. It's probably not something that I'm going to keep in there now that I'm pretty comfortable with shooting with the full now, but that's something else. That's probably it for me as far as like stuff that pretty much lives in there.
Yeah, you make it sound like I got a lot of stuff in there, but I really don't.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
Yeah, we're gonna investigate this later.
All right, guys, let us know what's your go-to have to be in the blind bag. Let us know. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.